Welcome to today's class. So in today's class, we'll be discussing about how to create runtime job parameters and parameter set. Okay. So the reason for creating the parameter sets and job runtime parameter was means like if you want to uh, pass a filter conditions dynamically. Okay. So the word I use dynamically here means there is no fixed value here. During the runtime, I can pass any value. Okay. Suppose from your source table in real time, what happens is if you want to filter the data based on the time. Okay. Today's transaction only, I want to extract the data and send it to my target system. That is the requirement. Okay. So is date is a static component or dynamic component?
Dynamic.
Dynamic component. So every day date will change, obviously, right? So in these scenarios, in data stage, we can use job runtime parameter to extract the current
Day.
transactions,
Okay.
current transaction day. Suppose normally in general, the process will kick off almost closing of the business hours, almost by 10:30 p.m. All the business operations will be closed. So during that time, what happens? What are the transactions happened on that entire day? We will process it on next day morning, like 12:30. The next day starts, right? By 12:30, jobs will be kicked off. During that time, there will be maintenance phase. They will do all those kind of things in the application. There will okay. So if we take an example of Indian site like IRCTC, they will have maintenance for 1 hour from 10:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Okay, so
2 hours.
during that time, yeah, 1 hour or 2 hours. So during that time, no booking will be happen. What are the transactions happen during that time, right? Some bad jobs, some updation is going on at the back end. Okay, so now we will create how to create a job parameter, job runtime parameter. Okay, so let's go to any job to open any job. So job runtime parameter can be created at the parameter at the job properties. Okay, parameter job runtime parameter can be created at the job properties. Okay, so this is the job. It's opening. So here, what I am doing is source and target is Oracle here. So how to create a job runtime parameter? Okay, so go to job properties here under the repository. There is a job properties. Click on job properties. Okay, so maximize the screen. Go to parameters. So here already given the job parameter. So just I will delete this. I will create a fresh one. Okay. So we can give on any field, not only date field. We can give on any field. So at present, I'm giving on department number, DEPT number. So what is the value, prompt value that you want to give? Like enter a current date or something that you want to give. You can give a department number. Okay. So that way you can give. Like you can mention full name like department, department, department number. Okay. So what is a data type of it? So it's an integer, right? Every time department, current date, these are the. So it depends upon what are the on a column. I mean data type which you are going to do. So department is a number is always integer. If you are taking a date, it will be a date date only. If you are searching for a particular string, it will be a string data type. Okay. By default value, you can give 30 or you can give whatever you want. Okay. Now click on OK. So this is the runtime parameter. Okay. So this job runtime parameter can be used in within this job only. This job parameter, this job runtime parameter, we cannot use in some other jobs. This job parameter, this job runtime parameter can be used only this particular job only. Okay.
What is parameter set, Narayana?
Yeah, parameter set that we will discuss.
Okay.
That we will discuss after completion of this job runtime parameter. Okay, I will tell you. So we have created a job runtime parameter. Now double click on source database. Okay, so here, so this is a user defined SQL. So whenever you want to use the job runtime parameter, so if you want to filter the data based on some condition, you need to define the user defined SQL. So generate the SQL at runtime. Okay, so here the select statement we have given. When you click on no, then it is option for creating the SQL for the runtime. So what I given was select star from table name, and in a where class I have chosen department number is equals to the parameter which I called. So runtime parameter can be defined as hash and parameter name, runtime parameter name DEPT number and sends with hash. Okay. Click on OK. Now let's view the data. It will ask for 30. I have given 30. Click on OK. So whatever the data that belongs to 30th department will display in the output. It will display as a view data. Sorry.
Tell me one more time, Narayana.
Okay. So here I am giving the where in where class department number is equal to hash both sides hash and the job runtime parameter. So we have given the default value is 30, right? Now here
Okay.
all the 30 department data will come. Okay. If you see here all are 30. Okay. So if you give 10, 10th department will come. If you give 40, 40 will come. Like that. Okay. Whatever the value that you are passing here, it will be reflecting. Okay. Click on close. Click on OK. And here also the here nothing to do. Just map source and target. Okay. Okay. So here I have given the employee unique number, employee underscore unique, that is the table name, and I have used the table action as replace. If the table is there, it will be drop off and create the new table. Click on OK. Save the job. It's getting saved. Compile the job. Job started compiling. Still it's compiling. Yeah, about to complete. Wait for a couple of seconds. Run the job now. Job compilation got completed. So here department number, I'm entering 30. Okay. Now click on run. Okay, so now we will see the data. So in SQL DBX, you can give the select star from with the respective table name, that is CNQ. Control A, click on run button. SQL is running. So you are able to see the department number 30 data, right? So now I will run the job one more time. I will give other value. Then we will see the output. So I am giving 20. So last time I have given 30. So all the 30 department data reflected in the output. Now I will give 20. Click on run. I have given 20. Now 20 will be displayed in the target table. Yeah, it got completed. Now I will run the SQL statement one more time. Now you are able, now 20 came. Okay. So we have given 20, 20 reflect, I mean 20 table, 28th department data loaded into the target table. Okay. So any questions on this exercise? How, what is a job runtime parameter? So we are passing a value dynamically here. Okay,
Just
so
one time, Narana, can you show me like where did you go to fetch the first screen where you were like defining the name
yeah,
of the parameter?
so you need to go to job properties. Next to save as all button, there is a job properties. Double click on those job properties. So in the job parameters, go to parameters tab.
Okay.
Here I have created.
So, and the parameter we will just give whatever value in there, but uh, there where we pass the SQL, where we have to pass like within hash, right? Okay.
Yes. Okay. So any questions, Ravi? I hope Deep you have followed the whatever we
Yeah.
discussed.
Yeah,
Okay. Right. So now we will discuss about. So now in this exercise, we will discuss about how to create a job runtime parameter set. So what is a parameter set? So parameter set is nothing but a group of parameters that combine together to form a parameter set. So this parameter set be used not only this particular job, we can use this parameter set in other jobs also. In other jobs, we can reuse this parameter set. Okay, so what are the parameter sets that we can create? We can create parameter set for database credentials, so like server name, username, password, and database name. Okay, schemas names. Okay, and file paths. Okay, so file paths we can create a parameter set. So normally in real time, what happens is, so we need to create the parameter set for the file path. The reason is, so file layout will be, server is different, right? For each environment, dev will have one server, for QA will have another server. Okay, sir, for other pre-production, production will have different servers. So the Unix paths also different. So whenever you develop the code in the dev environment, when you are migrating the code to the next environment, like higher environments like QA, SIT. So during the situation, what happens is, if you don't if you don't create a parameter file path is it's not a parameter set, means then generally by default you will give what dev locations. If you run the job in QA with the dev location path, job will fail. So to overcome this challenge, we need to create a parameter set by defining the uh, each environment value, like dev, QA, pre-production, and production. Okay, so we need to pass the value file. According to the value file, it will pick the respective location for the respective environment. Okay, so now we'll create a parameter set. Okay,
So Narana, like we have created, for example, parameter set in this workflow. How other workflow would get to know like this parameter set is this value that we would be fetching?
so parameter set, it will be stored in a repository. So whenever you want to use the parameter, you need to go to the repository and click on the parameter. You have to choose the parameter set. Okay, so parameter set, if you see here, this is the parameter set. Okay, so double click on that, it will be opened. So this is the parameter name. Group of parameter combined together is called as a parameter set. So this is a this is the username, password, Oracle server name. Okay, so what I can do is I will create a new parameter set. So to create a new parameter set, go to job. So delete this stuff. Oracle server. Oracle server. Here enter the Oracle server name. Okay, this is the prompt value. If you don't define anything, it will take the parameter name itself, and it's a string. Default value is ORCL. Okay, the next parameters we are entering Oracle user ID. Enter Oracle user ID string. User is Scott. Next, Oracle password. password, enter Oracle password. So password is string or encrypted one. It should be encrypted. Password we should
Encrypted.
not say. Yeah. So now it is asking for password to enter. Click OK. Click OK. Okay. Okay. So now similarly, so now these are the parameters. Now I need to create a parameter set. So how to create a parameter set? There is an option called here, create a parameter set. Just click on that parameter set. Parameter name, Oracle login, Oracle underscore Oracle params. We can give. Okay. There's a parameter set name. Group parameter set is nothing but a group of parameters combined together. It is called as a parameter set. Okay. Okay. So this is the value file. So whenever you are scheduling a particular job, it will have a value file like dev, SIT, production. Okay. So dev. So if you want to make any changes, you can make. That is up to you. So each environment will have different credentials, right? Username will change, server name will change, password will change. Okay. So when you migrate the job to QA, while you're running the job, it will choose SIT parameters. Then job won't fail. Got it? And prod. Okay. So this is the value file that you need to pass. Okay, click on OK. And it is asking for to save the parameter set in the repository.
I'm not following actually, Narayana.
Where you unable to understand the
So, for example, I create this parameter set, right?
yeah,
So you are giving default value, right? So
yes,
if I don't give any default value, how it would extract? First question is that. Second is like for parameter set is something like you are declaring as a global, right?
yeah. So this can be reused in other jobs. So if you don't
Yes.
define the default value in the value file, you have to define. There is no option. You have to define a value here.
So value file is something like flat file having all.
No, 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 no. Value file is nothing but the environment. Suppose you are
Okay.
running the job in dev environment, you have to give dev value file.
I guess I don't know that much of how the environments and all are set up, so I'm not able to understand that much. So how it works, like for example, when I invoke uh,
Yeah.
dev job, then it would directly invoke the value file of dev.
Yes, yes, yes. That's what I am trying to say. Just we will call it. You will use this parameter in dev. Then we will see.
So in a
Okay.
job, like if I declare something as parameter set, it would by default save in the repository. Else it would save in the job level. Is it something like that?
No, ask one more time. I didn't get you.
So if I declare something in the job as parameter set, so by default it would save in repository. Else it would save at
Yes.
the job level, if something like that.
So parameter set should be, it will be saved in the repository. So that can be used anywhere in the project.
Yeah, but if I for parameter set I define from the job itself, right?
Parameter set you can define, you need to call which parameter you are using, which parameter you need based on your job design. You need to choose that parameter and used in the, imported, defined in the job properties called the parameter set, and that can be used in the job.
No. My question is where I will define the parameter set job name. It should be in the one of the jobs which I am creating. At that I'll be declaring, right? Or it has to be declared somewhere else.
So just now we declared, no, just now we have created the parameter set.
So yeah, but this is in the job level, right?
Yeah, job level only.
So in the job level, if I declare, then the if it sees for parameter set, it would directly go to repository. Else it would the value would be for the job centric, right? That's what I was asking.
So parameter set is stored in repository, and this particular job, wherever you want to use those parameters, the parameter set. So what are there in the parameter set? Those can be used in the job. By default, it will save everything in the repository. Okay, so just now we have created a Oracle params, right? That is a parameter. It's not reflecting here. To reflect means just you need to refresh the environment. One second. Okay, so this is the parameter set we have created. So this can be called in any other jobs, n number of jobs.
Yes,
If this,
that's what I was asking. Like here you created Oracle params, right? It is not job level something, right? So
it's
what
a
I was
project.
asking.
This parameter set is for project level. Runtime job parameter is for job level. Okay. Now your doubt is clear.
So this is for project level, right? If I want to have like a parameter set for to have like all of the jobs, then where should I define it?
If you want this, you need to define in each job.
Okay, so each job I have to define it separately.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
so it's not like if I declare parameter set in one job, then I can use it in any jobs. Okay.
No. You cannot use that way. You have to define in each job. You have to call the add parameter. Go to job properties. Go to add parameter set, and it will display what are the parameter set that is there available in the data stage repository. So you need to pick the appropriate parameter set and use in your job. Okay, so
Okay,
it's
so
a
for connection string like this one, Oracle params and Oracle DB login params, how
yeah,
I should be using it?
yeah, I will tell
I can
you.
directly input. Okay.
Yeah. So we have called this Oracle params. Okay. So now how to use this parameter set in Java. So now double click on Oracle connector. So this parameter is not defined. So I'm clearing it off, clearing off. Okay, so now what you can do is go to server. So there is option here, use job parameters. Double click on that. So what are the parameters that are there in job properties you have defined that will be reflected here. So first one is Oracle server name. So click on that. Like that we can use. Okay. So click on the user ID. Okay. And the next one is password. Click on password. Okay. Now click on okay. So this is the way we have to use the parameter set in the job. And similarly, we will define the same thing at the target level. So clear this.
So in real time, these connections should be already present, right?
Yeah, then only can use in the job level. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, right. Okay, so this is the way we have to use the parameter set in our job. So this parameter set called in any number of jobs. Okay, so but you need to define. Just now I shown you right how to add the parameter set in your job. Okay, so now we have changed the parameters for both source and target. Now we will run the job. Click on yes. Job started compiling. So whenever you are running in the job in each environment, accordingly you need to pick the value files. So imagine this is a dev environment. Choose the dev. Okay. Click on whatever the department number value. It's a runtime job parameter. So at present I am giving 30. Click on run.
But Narana, like once you do the check-in, it would not be like a variable, right? Like department 30. I made it like as a default, but how would I change it? Like today I want
Do
30, but tomorrow I want 40. So,
for see during the scheduler, no scheduler you can change. Okay, during the runtime you can change.
so there would be
So
a file or something where I'll
yeah,
change.
yes. That file using Unix command, we can call that file. You can store it in a variable. That variable you can assign to the job. Okay, so those topics we will discuss in upcoming classes. Okay,
Okay.
so if I give 40, what happens? Whatever if the 40 is present means it will come. Otherwise, it won't come. Okay, nothing is there. Okay, now I will run one more time. I will give 10. 10 I have not given so far, right? I will give 10. Now we will see. Now we are able to see 10th department data.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. So this is about parameters set and job runtime parameter. Okay, so in interviews they will ask, especially if we are attending interviews on data stage, in especially in client interview, they will ask what is the difference between job runtime parameter and the parameter set. Okay, so you need to tell that job runtime parameter is used only at the specific job. Okay, so it's a value is a value, the default value are passing it is a dynamic value. So where we can use this job runtime parameters means like fetching the data for the current date or current timestamp. Okay, so those value we will pass from the a file or a job sequencer. So from the Unix box, we will append that file value to the job to the respective job. So the data will be fetched based on the date. And parameter set used for at the project level. So parameter set is a reusable component for file names, file paths, file locations, and all. We'll create this parameter set. One database login credentials will create a parameter set.